Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brandon. This is Raina, but you guys already knew that. Anyway, we have a meeting that's scheduled tonight, and I was unable to make it to the meeting, so I thought I'd record this and explain everything to you via video. So, like I said, Raina and I are we've fundraised a lot of money in our lives. We've been to multiple mission trips. She's been to Haiti and Costa Rica. India and Costa Rica and a bunch of other stuff. I've been to Scotland and Romania, and you guys actually sent me to both of those places. But between the two of us, we've fundraised over $70,000 in our lifetime. And that is why Tammy asked us to come up with some cool ideas to help you guys fund the community center. And we've got a whole list of things, but we're really just going to touch on 3 of the not so obvious ones right now so that we don't keep you for too long. So first of all, Raina is going to tell you about doing, just to start you off until you have other programs going, some periodic after-church dinners.
So you guys helped us out a lot when we were raising money for Brandon to go to Scotland. And we spent about $100 on the fundraiser, and we made about $1,200, I think, is what it ended up making after we paid for everything, which was awesome. And so what we were thinking is we could get a group of volunteers and on a rotating schedule to do dinners after church 1 or 2 times a month, so that people like to hang out and they like to eat, and if people know ahead of time that it's coming, they can make plans to have lunch at church and hang out and fellowship with some other people. So yeah.
I think the way that would turn into an income, like a consistent income, rather than just a periodic thing, is that you would do it twice a month or once a month and just let people know way ahead of time. Mm-hmm. And just what we thought about is getting a team of 8 or 12 people and have them volunteer in teams of 3 and rotate on and off. So no one team would have to do it more than once every 2 months. That way it's not overwhelming. And I think if you look in the congregation, you'll be surprised at how many people would be interested in stuff like this. Because I know, myself personally, I would love to be on a team that was just charged with fundraising, because I love it. I've always loved it. So anyway, the second idea is slightly less obvious, and that is to do annual or semi-annual benefits, where rather than having an after-church dinner where you're just asking for a $10, $15 donation for a group. This is going to be a charge per plate, very fancy affair. Dress up, and then we could, my idea would be to have it in the community center itself, where we would just decorate it and turn, maybe do some cool tulle and like Christmas lights up above and just make it look amazing. And you could charge X amount per plate, like $50 or $100. And then also at the end of the evening, you'd serve dinner, obviously. And then at the end of the evening, you could have some local artists and local businesses, such as jewelry stores and maybe photographers, I don't know, donate some really great items that would then be auctioned off at the end. And we have seen the benefits like this, and I know I'm being very vague, but we've seen benefits like this generate as much as $25,000 just from a single evening. And I think around here, if you target and market it correctly, $10,000 would be a conservative estimate just for one of these events. And I can show you or email you guys the figures on that, but it wouldn't be that difficult to do. And if you're doing it twice a year, then that's a significant amount of money just right there. What did you want to do next? Okay, so
water bottles.
Well, we'll do that last. The third idea would be so the whole idea of the community center is it's not just Bethel Worship Center. It is a way for the community to reach out to the community. It's not just you, it's the whole community. So the rest of our efforts that we've thought of are just as much about connecting with local businesses and the members of the community as they are about bringing in money itself. So the other idea I had was, and I know you guys have probably talked about this yourselves, but to go around to local businesses, the cars, the bombs, all of the big named businesses around here, and ask them for a revolving monthly donation. And I'm just going to throw out some figures. They could be way off, they could be way low, way high. But let's say if they were to give $100 a month, they would get a thank you plaque somewhere in the hallways. And if they were to give $250 a month, they would get one of those banners in the gym that everybody would see. And if they want to be like a really great donor, like they wanted to give, say, $500 a month, they could, or they would get a sign on the outside of the community center. And what it would be is like on the side when people drove by, it would say Chester Community Center, special thank you to, and then they would get their own little mini billboard. And of course, this would be a thank you gift. This wouldn't be them purchasing advertising because you are a nonprofit, obviously. But I think you would be very surprised as how many businesses would be willing to help you out here. Now, the last idea is my favorite in particular, but I know Raina's excited about it too, so I'm going to let her tell you. Is that okay?
Sure. So we were talking about, like, I don't know if many of you've probably all been to Starbucks. And if not, they have these bottles of water